guys, welcome to Happy Hour Holidaze, your go-to podcast for business, entrepreneurship, and life stories. We cheers to people that break away from the rat race and make a path of their own, which is not easy to do because with life, normality happens and you get comfortable in a spot and then it's tough to break away. But you have to find it within you to get out of it and fucking build your dream.
All right, Kamala, you're talking in circles.
You'll be
here.
happy.
Whoa. I'm vibing to my guy, man.
But today we got your host every single week, Manny Fresh. We got Sean Febre with the highlights, and then we got in studio today the best golfer in the room and in our group, DJ Christian, Mr. Christian Pena.
Tiger Woods, you better watch out.
Hey, Mr. Entrepreneur.
Whoa, best golfer in the group. I mean, I remember earlier last week, I'm pretty sure me and Brian beat you and Christian.
This is correct.
Christian,
but they're get their asses handed to them on the rematch of the rematch.
Bullshit, because
coming up.
You also shot the worst score on the front nine. Manny
Absolutely.
shot 38, dog.
Manny balled out. Hey, that's golf as is life.
Yeah.
Listen, like 3 weeks ago, I shot 36, my best ever. And that's not great compared to great golfers. Yeah. And guess what? The next week, I shot a goddamn 43. So, and guess what?
Oh, I shot the 43, dog.
Golf is just hard like life.
Yeah, no. And
you know what you were saying about, people who have careers, have jobs or whatnot, the 9 to 5s.
No knock.
Because life happens, shit happens, whether you have to support a family, you don't have the chance to go sacrifice for 6 months to build your own business or whatnot. It's a security, and it's a false security. Sometimes you lose your job also. Yeah. But they do have that. It's amazing, right? They have that freedom where it's like, I'm going vacation. Yeah. I'm on 4 vacations, 4 paid vacations this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus, let's say, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Who, aka no vacations.
Yeah.
For the first, I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
And because you're straight up in survival mode versus the 9 to 5 who, it's good. I'm getting paid time.
And the thing is, bro, I mean, when you're an employee, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an employee either, because they're a necessary cog in the wheel in order to make the machine turn. Leadership's not for everybody. Just like Kobe said.
Yeah, but
Kobe said leadership's not for everybody. And when you're an entrepreneur, you have to be a leader. So, for you employees out there, if you think that's the best you want to do and you're satisfied with it, I mean, that's great and all, but there is another level to it. Super Saiyan 4 level.
But it's not for everybody.
Yeah, but
it's not for everybody.
But the thing is that it does come with a lot of responsibilities and a meaning, like with taxes. I mean, you're a 9 to 5 employee. You put in your W-2, you get money, you get refund. Yeah. As an entrepreneur, forget about getting refunds. You're gonna fucking owe the IRS.
You're paying money every year, minus your write-offs, but it's
only if you're
cut checks. You don't get no check.
Only if you're making money, because if you're making no money,
well, listen, the IRS may be watching, so. I'm not a scammer like Sean Febre.
Whoa, that is a complete and total lie.
It's just a joke.
Allegedly.
Use the tax laws to your benefit. It's like you're an entrepreneur.
No, for sure. And and the great story about you, I think we've had you, Christian, many times on the podcast, but we've never done like a one-on-one biography, almost, you could say, because we've had, Davi, Buckwheat, Orlando, and they all, were talking how 94.1 really made a huge move as well because of you being part of it, and then also being part of the Terror Squad and bringing in so many, celebrities to build that station. So
how'd you get your start?
Yeah, how'd you get your start?
Into DJing even.
Yeah.
Because you didn't start off in 94.1 and then just magically become a DJ, right?
No. I always loved music, period, point blank. I remember I had the stereo. I don't know if you guys will remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Out there, the stereos with the turntable on top, 2 tape decks. It didn't have a CD player. A turntable on the top, 2 speakers, the FM radio, and 2 tape decks. So if you want to record your songs, you would hear on the, back then, 93.3 cassettes. You would record it to replay your song later. If they played Biggie wasn't even, whatever the hell was out back then, you wanted to hear it again.
Beastie Boys.
You hit record on the damn tape deck, then you could It wasn't burning. There was no burning CDs. There was no iPads or, Apple Music, Spotify, any of that stuff. If you want to hear that again, you got to listen to the radio either nonstop or record it on tape deck, on a tape cassette to rehear it. Anyways, my mother would buy me 45s, not a lot,
What
to
are
play.
45s?
They were little records. You had to put the thing in the center to play it on the turntable. So it started off. I remember I had the damn Top Gun theme song. Dun, 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 dun.
I know which one you're talking about.
So you put it in turntable mode. You're playing the record on top. I figured out that, because you see the movies with the DJ scratching. I figured you could scratch the record while also having the FM mode. So that's how I discovered scratching. It just leads to a curiosity. Always love music. Always love hip hop. I go to New York. I see a DJ killing it at my cousin's graduation in the Bronx. And that was pretty much it. Because I always wanted to be in music, I guess you could say, but I never wanted to be a rapper. But I wanted to do something that can control the vibes in a concert, on radio, at a party. So that was it. It was either a master of ceremony, a rapper, or a DJ. So my sister somehow was making mixtapes between connecting a CD player, scratching records. I don't even know how I did it. I don't even know how I was on beat. It was God's plan. But my sister feels sorry for me. She buys me turntables. And
what are those running back then? Like 2 or 3, 400?
They were always.
It's gotta be like over a G, right?
No, back then it was like maybe 250 each. And the Techniques were
each.
Each. But the Techniques were expensive. I think like 400 or 500.
Damn.
Each. Those lasted a lifetime.
So the whole thing is like a grand.
Plus you need
right?
the mixer. Yeah, I mean, it was expensive, but that's all I needed. So how I learned to DJ. Funkmaster Flex in New York City. My cousin would send me recorded tapes of him live on the radio, and the way he cut his style, I kind of mimicked that. Him, Kid Capri, and when he would DJ at the end of the Def Comedy Jam, Def Comedy on HBO, the comedy shows, Kid Capri would be at the end, and the breakers would go up there. He'd just be scratching. I was amazed by it. That's what I wanted to do. So I basically mimicked what I heard Flex do. Was really confused, but I would just try to create it. I bought his 60 Minutes of Funk record, would play it, and you would hear him scratch, and you could kind of, whatever type of style he was scratching, I tried to mimic. That's how I got good at it. 16.
Did Ramsey help you at all or no?
I didn't meet Ramsey till 2001. At this point, I'm already on radio in the clubs.
And were you living in Tampa or were you living somewhere else?
No, I'm here. I was always here.
Because you said Brooklyn.
Well, I would go every summer to New York to see.
Because you were born and raised in Tampa,
yeah,
right?
born and raised in Tampa. Yeah. Whole family's from New York, but born and raised Tampa.
Representing Tampa.
813, baby.
813.
Making Tampa. Making 813.
So I got those records, mimicked the cutting ability, figured out how to do it real quickly. Next thing you know, I'm 16. I'm in high school. I'm trying to play football. It's going great, but then I fall in love with DJing. And I'm like, guess what? That was cool. And, it's a shame because I wish I focused on it, but, it led me to what I did, and I made the right move. So 16, junior year, I get on WTMP, or urban station, a black station. My cousin drove me up there. I dropped the mixtape off. After basically I've learned how to DJ, they hear it, but I'm calling them up nonstop for like 3 weeks, giving me the runaround. Hey, can I speak to Big Money Said? Can I speak to Big Money Said? He's the guy that's going to give me the blessing to get on the radio. Because I'm hearing these guys on the radio. I could do what they could do, but probably even better. And I'm 16 at the time. So, call back next week at 5. No problem. Next week at 5, call back. Hey, can I speak to Big Money Said? This is Big Red. It was him. Call back next week at 7. Put me through the fucking runaround. But basically, he's like, okay, kid, let's go. Live audition, live on radio. There ain't no pre-recorded nothing. You mess up, this is not Serato. This is records. The needle jumps, it jumps. You mess up, you mess up. It doesn't mix, it doesn't mix. And people are going to call, say you are nothing. You are garbage. You are a piece of shit. But it didn't happen. I guess you can see I was somewhat of a prodigy. I sound like a cocky piece of shit,
At 16 for sure.
Yeah, it worked out. And got on radio. So for maybe, let me see if that's 1990. That was 1998. No, excuse me.
16 years old.
I think 98. 1998. Summer of 1998.
Like 2000, right?
Summer of 1998, I'm on radio. WTMP AM 1150, which is legit radio station. At that time, it's the only urban station in this market. You had 93.3. You had AM 1380, which played like R&B. 1150 was hip hop and R&B. 98.7
wasn't around yet.
Wasn't around just yet.
It was.
You know what? They came out in 98. So they were around, but it just dropped. There was no me. I'm in high school. There was no me
Josh,
getting on the radio
right?
station.
It was like kid Josh.
That was all fake. Josh and whatever
Josh.
on a
I think
boat.
Josh and Josh, right?
That was probably the dopest intro to a station to get people hooked. That was all fake. There weren't two people in a boat. I mean, it sounds.
I thought
funny,
they were right. Like they were
it's
on
a
their dad's boat.
multi-million-dollar, radio station back then is CBS. CBS owned the station, so that was just a gimmick. Just like they play the same song
Wild
nonstop.
Thing.
They were playing Wild Wild. They get, what's going on? What's going on? And finally it comes out. This is Wild 97. They're playing maybe the same 12 songs, but they were just starting out. But that was all gimmick. The guys on a boat to make it sound cool. It was great. It was great marketing. Look at that. We're still talking about how many years later?
Yeah.
20,
because no one ever did that.
Yeah.
But so anyways, got on 1150. Then got into the clubs because I'm 18 by now. I was 17. Did Club XS. They found out I was 17. They kicked me out.
Well, as I say, they were saying
butthurt,
it was so hard to get Christian into any clubs because the motherfucker had that baby
That's
face.
where
That's what Orlando was.
I
saying.
met I met Khaled and Nasty maybe for my senior year of high school. Instead of doing the grad night or senior night, I go to a mix show convention, a urban hip hop radio convention in Huntsville, Alabama. Everyone's there. Everyone everywhere at the time. DJ Wise, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, DJ Khaled. That's where I met Khaled. Shout out to DJ Nasty, whoever at the Jay-Z, R. Kelly, Jadakiss, everybody is there.
Did R. Kelly touch you?
Absolutely not.
But he peed on him.
No, I said, listen, my favorite song. Listen,
Ignition.
I love it. And Step in the Name of Love. Unfortunately, we can't play them things no more. There was one more song. Well, Ignition, and he has so many. Now he's doing concerts in jail, unfortunately.
I think he also had one called The Closet, In the Closet or something.
I piss on you.
No, that's Dave Chappelle, bro.
Who would have thought all those songs was reality? Who would have thought that? My mind's telling me no, but my body. And he's talking about Aaliyah that's like 15 and he's 20 something. Like, he wasn't lying. The man was literally singing his heart out.
And he was making money. And those songs were pretty fucking good, bro.
Oh, of course.
But they're real.
It was a true story.
Yeah.
So I get, so instead of my grad night, I go meet Funk Master Flex, DJ Khaled, Kid Capri, build relationships. I can care less about grad night. And come back, run these clubs, long story short, for I don't know, X amount of years. And I'm disrespectfully running through it, but a lot of things went my way. A lot of people looked out for me. Shout out to Righteous, shout out to Big Money Sad, shout out to Orlando. Great guys out there. Shout out to DJ Trauma, so many. But was blessed enough to shoot a CD to 98.7 at the time. Put me through the ringer, but it worked out. And it was between me and this other guy. Got a live audition, shut it down, and next thing you know, I'm doing Sunday Night Bomb every Sunday night with the Wild Family, which was one of the best things in my life.
So you had to do a live audition on 98.7 to get the job, right?
As well, yeah. I'm killing the clubs. I'm the man in the streets. I'm the man everywhere doing big things, but still, it's like, okay.
Still
we
at
know
17?
about it. We know about it, huh?
Still at 17?
No, 18 now, right?
18 now?
At this time, this is 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, years has gone by.
Yeah, 21.
He's
maybe
way
like
older than
20,
that. Yeah.
22,
Mhm.
20, something like 22
Yeah,
maybe.
18 plus 4, 24. Oh, no, 22. Yeah, 22.
22. So, get on it. I didn't stop. And when I got on, here's something good. They say when you, well, I don't know about they, but I've always said it. It's one thing to make it to the NFL, right? You were good enough, whether it be high school, college, you got to the NFL. You were talented enough. You were the man. Now, cool, you got to the NFL. And some guys can still just show up and do their thing because they're so big or so strong and they still are the man. But other people, if you want to become a legend, an icon, a star, if you want to be,
DJ Khaled,
Dan Marino, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, you want to be Tom Brady? Okay. Now, put in the work times 10 because other guys won't. Like if you're the quarterback of an NFL team, right? And you got, even if you get drafted first, how many first round draft picks do nothing?
Yeah, a ton of them.
Versus 6th round.
Johnny Manziel.
Okay, and what are you gonna do? Go out to the club in your new city where they're kissing your ass everywhere you go. Oh yeah, your bottles on us. Do this. Come to this club. Do this hosting. Whatever. Like no, bro. You're there to be a quarterback and bring a Super Bowl. You could do all that shit later. My point is, you get to the NFL, you put in that work, and then you become great. Like watching that tape nonstop to be someone versus just showing up. It was the same thing as me when I got on radio. I thought all these clubs were gonna come nonstop. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna be booked every night. I'm gonna do the biggest and baddest thing.
Didn't you have Club Sky every like Friday or
that was later on. But meaning I'm coming. I forget what I'm doing at this point. Maybe a Friday and a Saturday. But I thought, shout out to DJ Trauma King JB. Guys were DJing like 5 nights a week, Mondays, Tuesday, odd nights. And it didn't happen that way. So you had to put on your grind. You had to. So I'm like, okay, anything I did it super big. Any flyer you saw on me, no, it wasn't a little flyer. It was a fucking full-page flyer. Shout out to my team back then, Black Group Marketing. Shout out to Trinity Carlos. For my birthday, they got me a billboard. On Fowler Avenue in front of University Mall by USF. A billboard for like 6 months.
Promoting what?
Promoting DJ Christian. And shout out to Trinity too. Literally.
No club, nothing? Just promoting you? Damn,
if you want to be the man, you got to be the man and focus. And rap trucks, mobile billboards. The marketing was insane. Full page flyers. Who does that? Now, but I'm not going to say I didn't magically come up with it. I saw all that in Miami.
Were you paying for that?
Sponsors were paying for it.
Oh, shit. So that was all just free then for you. You at least.
For me, my team, the street team, to utilize it to get bigger. Also, bringing more people to clubs, have a bigger following. Run the city. AKA, if you come to Tampa, you're listening to 98.7, AKA 94.1. You're checking for DJ Christian, whether it was execs in the music industry. They want to know, where's Orlando? Meaning Orlando.
Yeah.
The big boss. Shout out to Orlando.
Davis, yeah.
Where's DJ Christian? We want to check in with him. It was hand in hand. Any artist that came to Tampa, got to check in the big boy station. Let's go see those guys. Let's go see Orlando. Let's go, see Beata. Let's go see Christine Peters.
It was actually a smart idea to put it by USF because, you got the entire college campus there and you have all the kids that are able to go to the clubs and now they know your name and they're probably telling little brother, little sister, yo, check out this station. Check out the 5 o'clock bomb on 98.7. Shit. Yeah.
It was bigger than that.
Those
guys
there?
were cool, but no one really cared because college, sometimes they went to the club, sometimes they didn't. The hood loved us. And the hood was right. That was right next to 22nd. So when they saw that, they're like, okay, because they hear me every day on the radio talking to them, playing for them, That was our crowd. It was everywhere. It was white, Spanish, black. But the people that loved the music, it wasn't necessarily fraternity people or sorority people. Some of them, yes. But so that was just a great look. Great traffic location.
You kind of got the hood there too.
You got everything there.
Yeah. So
I didn't pick it as a gift, so that was great on them.
Yeah.
To pick that location.
Yeah. Well, guys, when we get back with Happy Hour Holidaze, we'll continue with Christian's story and his biography on how he became who he is today. And there's a lot more left. We'll be right back. We're back with Happy Hour Holidaze, and we want you to vote for Best of the Bay, and we're going to do this shot for you guys.
Best of the Bay, baby.
Best of the Bay. Cheers. We need Christian to get a little loose, so we're cheersing here.
Let's go. Happy Hour Holidaze, Best of the Bay. Make sure you go vote on that.
Vote.
Shout out to my wife, Jana Quintero. Vote on her, too. Best girl of the
and Corey Van Valen, a previous guest.
Let's go.
Ready. Here we go.
Magician.
It's always happy hour. It always feels like a holiday with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
And your idea, Sean.
And we know why Sean's a lightweight. You can see it on camera right there. If he says one word, we can tell that his pussy is bleeding. And we will
by the highlights.
Please bring in the Tampax.
Hey.
All right. So Christian, we're go back to the story is it's fast paced, but tell us about when you got to that 94-1 pivotal point, because Orlando had mentioned to us that you were a huge piece of how 94-1 along with the rest of the squad really built that station. So break down from 94-1 going forward how Terror Squad and yourself and Orlando, everybody there, built such a successful business moving forward or radio station.
Well,
let me get that Sprite.
So we're talking, at this point, in reality, if we just say 2000, from 1998 and on, 98.7 is the big boy station. They're the station everyone's listening to. Yeah, you have 93.3 FLZ, but that's pop. They have their own audience, and now that Wild came through with their rhythmic station. They're not full urban like WTMP, which specifically plays hip hop and R&B. Rhythmic, you play hip hop, R&B, maybe some dance music. If you remember, like back in the day, the techno music. I forget the name of the show.
I remember
when the people were doing
91.1
ecstasy and all that. I never did that, but you know the rave shit.
Yeah, the rave shit.
Shout to Ali, shout to DJ Rhinestone, DJ Trauma. The X Factory is something. Anyways, that's rhythmic. They play it all. So basically, they're the big station. Any DJ who's DJing in the city or DJing in the clubs, listen, bro. The next step, you gotta get on radio if you want to be the man. And at this point, I don't know, like I said, maybe 21, 20, and I know I have everything. I have the clubs on lock. I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban. I may look white, and that's how these people are seeing me. I'm also the DJ so they're like, whoa, who's this guy? But I'm shutting it down. I'm also the guy who is playing, at that time, New York hip hop, because that's what I love. I didn't love the down south stuff at that time.
We play golf like a white guy, though.
I play golf like Tiger Woods. Watch your mouth, boy. Listen. So I'm playing more so New York hip hop. I don't love Dirty South. I come to love it. But dance hall, R&B, everything. So I have everything in my back pocket. I came up on an urban station, but I don't have FM radio. So if I'm doing the biggest clubs on the biggest nights, Wild was at, back then, his Club Turbulence, Club Fuel, Full Moon Saloon. Shout out to my man Ramsey. Ramsey hooked me up with the Full Moon job with DJ Trauma on Saturday night. So the station's there, but
Ramsey Laham,
aka DJ Explicit, my man for life, my brother.
Yeah, you'll fucking love that one, Ramsey.
So all these clubs, Wild's at from like 11 to 1 doing the broadcast, and then I come out and close. And back then, that was the biggest thing to close because it's showtime, it's prime time, it's 1 a.m. It's like, okay, the beginners did their thing, the openers did their thing. Even though Wild wasn't really an opener, they were live on the radio. Anything you were hearing from the club is live on radio, which is what I wanted to do eventually. But it's one time. It's showtime. I come in and just rip it down.
Was there any cursing going on?
No.
In the club?
You had to play the clean edits. And of course, the person.
No. I'm talking about it was live in the club.
Yeah, you.
So that means that people in the club are probably saying "fuck, shit, damn, whatever."
Let's say I'm playing, or at that time before I'm on. Screw that. Let's fast forward because you guys know eventually I get on. I'm playing. What's the song? Ludacris. Oh no, lights out. Somebody's in the. Whenever they make curse, if you drop that music. And Orlando used to hate that because, like, people are listening on the radio. Don't drop the music, which you'll get a huge reaction. Like, if you dropped it and it says, oh, no, they'll be like, oh, no. The crowd's screaming it. And you do hear that on the MC's mic, on, like, Buckwheat, Gordy, whoever's hosting. But other times it'd be a curse word. Like, oh, fuck. And you'll hear that. So, yes, it'd pick up.
So the music just goes, like, it goes from loud to just silent,
but you hear everyone in the club,
and then it goes back up, right?
Yeah, because that's me controlling it.
But isn't that good if everybody hears the crowd?
But that means that they're cursing on the radio, and said that it was $325,000 per curse word.
It's way more now than it was. Who knows? I never wanted to be in trouble. You get fired for things like that. So, anyways, I'm doing the clubs. I'm the man. Not in a cocky way, but in reality, I'm
say it as it is, man. You're the man.
In Tampa, you got Chris Sean. Orlando's DJ Nasty and Pro Style. Miami's DJ Khaled, and we was all family. We was all a clique. And
so
that was the last thing it
was territorial. So DJ Khaled was all about Miami.
And yes, in the state of Florida, even though we're traveling here, traveling there, doing our thing, like Orlando is held down by Nasty. Because I think at this point, Pro Style moves to New York. Miami is Khaled. There's 100 other DJs, but at that time, he is the man there. Miami is Khaled. I'm Tampa. You had other guys as well. Shout out to DJ Quest. Shout out to DJ Doom. Jacksonville, Naples, Fort Myers. There were other guys, but those three, we really worked together. So I'm killing the clubs. I'm closing your parties. You're coming Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Wild 90.7 party. I'm the man closing it. And you see me doing the thing. You see me ripping it down. Legendary. I need to be on radio. I need to be your guy officially as well. That's the last thing I need. So time goes by. 95.7's out. Joe Mama Johnson's running it. They're not really giving me a shot. I have a promoter trying to, talk to them to get me on as well. Righteous. It's not working. So I don't know. Mad Links, he's doing 98.7 Sunday Night Bomb, but he starts to focus more on BET, Rap City, and 106 in Park. So he's like, hey guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to move to New York, I believe, and take that all fully. So a spot opens up, Sunday Night Bomb. And instead of just bringing up one of their own, I'm sure there were street teamers that were DJing. They're like, hold on, this is our shot. Okay, let's get if we're going to fill the sit, replace Mad Links, let's put a great guy in there. So it's between myself and someone else. Send them a CD. I take that. I always forget this part. They didn't need a CD. Beata, the music director, and her assistant at the time, Demetrius, give me a call. They're like, hey, we have an opening, live audition. Here you go. This date. And before that happened, I got a shout to DJ Fidel on 95.7 The Beat. It was Memorial Day, made like a 4 CD mix pre-recorded, which I don't like doing that pre-recorded thing. I need to be live in the moment. I got to feel it. I take pride in that. You're going to hear me cut it up. It's going to sound amazing. You may hear a needle pop. You may hear a skip, but for the most part, it's going to be amazing because it's live. Pre-recorded is just too perfect and it's boring. I'm trying to pre-mix music that I'm hoping you're going to feel at the time versus it's live and I'm feeling this way. So you're going to feel this way. I'm playing this way. I want to make you feel this way at this moment. Is the rain coming down? Is the sunshine? Are people out in the boats? Are they by Coachman Park? Like all these downtown, what's the vibe? Is it nighttime? Is it daytime?
Pre-recorded Christian is just like pretty much everybody just does the whole session already done. Like they scratch, they did everything, and then they just give it to the station.
So they're not really there.
Right?
You'll hear, hey, DJ Christian is live in the building, but do you hear that guy making any noise? Is he talking?
Yeah.
No, it means he's not really there. It's pre-recorded. Sometimes these DJs don't talk, and maybe they are there, but for the most part,
Well, why would they pay somebody the same money, or do they pay them the same money for pre-recorded shit?
Well, they still got to mix it.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, don't they want people live there so you can get that energy like you were talking about?
Well, this is on
or
the
did
radio,
they not care?
right?
These are two. I don't think they cared at the time. These are two different radio stations, and were wild pride themselves as live mixing. They were one of the few doing live mixing. I don't even think 93 was doing live mixing, and they had great DJs. DJ Trauma, DJ Cos, King JB, DJ Rose, and they were all live, killing it.
It was great music.
And everyone's style was different. They were more mixers, maybe a couple cuts here and there. I came in there in Orlando, didn't love it as well, but I made it my own. Really scratching, really, not so much mixing perfectly, dropping, pulling records back. It was a vibe when you felt it. You fucking felt that shit, and that's the difference I brought to it. But so the spot opens up. They find out I submitted a 4-day pre-recorded mix to H. Fidel because H. Fidel gave me that option before these people reached out, 90.7, which is the dream station. And at the time, I'm like, holy shit. Because Demetrius calls me back. He's like, hey, by the way, if you air those CDs, if you let them air those CDs of you mixing, they're saying don't show up. You make your choice right now.
Why?
Because,
they wanted you live. That's what they wanted, right?
They're saying if I submit the competition station, if I let them play those CDs live on air, they're both gonna be. I'm on Memorial or whatever weekend it is live, so I'll be here and I'll be there.
Yeah.
Pick your loyalty now, and it's kind of in a way.
You had to
say no to them and absolutely no.
Risk. Yeah,
yes, and you have a shot with us. We're not guaranteeing you the job, but how much do you want it? That's how I look at it. How much do you want to be down with us? Because I'm sure they want someone loyal. I'm sure they want someone that's going to love the station.
You know what? That was probably the final test before they said yes. This is the guy.
And it broke my heart. I knew what I had to do no matter what. That was MTV versus BET. 98.7 is literally back in the day like TRL and all the big shows they had. Bigger audience versus BET. I love BET. I love Rap City. I love 106 in Park, but the audience isn't big. I knew what I had to do. I had to call H. Fidel. I thanked him for everything. Thanked him for understanding, but of course he was a little upset. He stuck his neck out for me. That couldn't air. That was over. I went and I shut it down. Went in there, and that's when I had to bring 10 crates of records, and these each crate weighs like 75 fucking pounds, and you got to go up 3 flights of stairs. It ain't easy, but I wanted to be prepared. My crate of records maybe was from this desk all the way over here. So if I wanted old school R&B, reggae, dancehall, reggaeton, hip hop, whatever, I'm ready for just a I think it was a 2-hour show, which in theory breaks down to like, 25, 22 minutes. So like maybe 44, 45 minutes tops in an hour between commercials. I was over prepared, but no, I wasn't going to be outdone.
Like
I wasn't going to be underprepared.
Isn't that like 11 songs?
You don't play them fully out.
No. So probably more like
within 22 minutes, let's say a regular DJ maybe be happy with playing 6 songs. And the PD wants to hear that full song because he's thinking the listeners want to hear it. But on this particular show, they want to hear their song. They've been waiting all day. Remember, there is no, Spotify back then, Apple Music, where they can go straight to their song and absolutely not even listen to radio. They're having to listen to radio, hear their favorite song. So why are you going to cut it off so quick? But within those 22 minutes, being it was more of a specialty show, I'm like, nah, I want to play like 30 songs. And I did it.
in 44 minutes.
In
22
minutes.
22 minutes.
I'll play a minute of here, a minute and a half of here. Yeah, I could play like 20 seconds of one. I'm treating it like the club, so the vibe is insane. So you want to hear it. What else is going to make me stand out Sunday night, 11 o'clock at night?
Nothing else. Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, people are going out Sunday nights. It's a different world.
Yeah, but heading to the club, there was no Uber, there was no Lyft. They're jamming out on their radio. Maybe they got a DD, maybe they don't. And they're jamming out before they get to the club. And once they get to the club, they're already hyped. So that's what you were doing.
So imagine Friday nights and imagine Saturday nights and imagine when we would do Wild Wax weekends on Saturday during the day. It's not just about the people in their cars heading to the beach or heading downtown or heading
people
to
that are already there.
No, it's people on their fucking boats.
Oh yeah,
in the bay. Everyone is tuning in because they developed that following with that Josh and Brian on a boat, and it really, even though people have radios and boats, they really like it. I'll tell you, their marketing that 98.7 in the beginning it was incredible. So,
wow.
My thought was on everybody. I'm here, whatever the numbers is. I don't know, 300,000, 500,000, whatever, tuning in. I'm going to go so hard. I'm going to be a household name, and them motherfuckers are going to know about me because I just got in the NFL. Now I want to be the star. You get it? So what I'm going to do, get in the NFL and just chill like I'm the man? No, I'm going to be more hungry and try to get all the club nights. And then that leads to, because remember at the times, my mentors is DJ Khaled, Cool and Dre, and eventually they introduced me to Fat Joe, but seeing what Master Flex did and just watching what they did in big markets, New York City, Miami, of course they got rap trucks. Of course they got billboards. Of course they got flyers that make them bigger in life. Of course there's the main picture on the flyer. Like, I know you ain't gonna play me out like I'm some little fucking DJ with my name that big. No, I'm the man. You're gonna treat me like a rapper. I'm gonna be like the star, and that's only gonna help me out. It's gonna help your club out. So when people see that, oh man, Christian's there, it mattered. Whoever it was. You start marketing yourself. And like I said, these DJs are just doing the same thing in their markets. So you saw that flyer, whether it's in New York or Funk Master Flex, like, oh man, there's a Funk Flex party. Oh man, there's a Christian party. And the birthday bash, that's another fucking level. But so I got on.
Hey Christian, how did it go when you're like, okay, well, real quick, when you're like spitting out like all the, you got the prime time, on the radio and all that shit. Do you have a whole bunch of fucking artists telling me, please play my shit, please play my shit?
Yeah,
all day, all the
definitely.
Time. They reach out straight to you, or are they reaching out to the station?
And any of them that reached out to you and music you played, did they ever make it big? Whoever it may have been, like you play Plies.
Of course.
So was he reaching out to you saying, "Yo, play"?
Big time. But he was already
Flow
big.
Rider?
He didn't need radio.
What about Flow Rider?
All these guys,
because Flow Rider didn't become popular until like 07, 08.
Half Flow Rider's back. You're jumping ahead, and we're gonna go over it because that's an important story. But like, there was some guys that didn't need radio because man, they had real fans.
Like who?
They needed radio to put them over the top. Plies is a great example. The hood loved Plies. Yeah. Everyone loved Plies. He just needed that radio record to go over the top.
Right, and I remember the first time he came out on.
What was his first radio record?
Oh, fuck, man. I don't remember the name of the song.
Rock City?
No. I remember Shorty. I was in that video too with T-Pain, but he had one before that.
He played it at Coachman Park in Clearwater, right? Is it called Coachman Park?
Yeah.
Where the
Wild Splash. That's where
Wild Splash. Yeah.
Yep. Man, but that was like he already had a following. He already had his loyal fans, but radio put him over the top. That's a good example.
I mean, he had fans maybe in his area because he's from Tarpon Springs, right?
You needed radio to make you a star.
Exactly.
You could be the man, but you need radio to make you the star.
Throughout Florida, throughout the U.S. Because nobody knew who he was, say in California.
Yep.
Nobody knew who he was.
Because there was no Spotify, so radio was the way to go.
radio
And that's
was
the
kinda
first thing you
only
learn.
way.
You know, I get on radio, and of course, there's rules now. I just can't play whatever I want at all. And thank God I couldn't.
That's whack.
Because you also need to play the hits that keep your core audience. And then on my show,
Like
okay,
Black Eyed Peas.
back then, possibly, yeah. Christian, play these like
That
15
boom,
records
boom,
in your
ah.
2-hour show, and then do whatever you want to besides that. Just make it right. Make it sound good. Don't go too crazy. Don't play like non-familiar records like back to back to back to back. Throw in a hit. Throw in a power.
What's up with people playing the same record like 3 times in 1 hour? Isn't that shit annoying for DJs?
Unless it's hot,
Of
though.
course.
But still, bro.
Are you talking about on radio?
on radio? Yeah.
It
yeah.
won't be 3 times an hour. You know
Oh
what?
my god, I've heard
I know-
5 fucking times.
I
in
know.
1 hour, bro.
Well, those are called powers, which are hits. And what they used to tell us is, let's say there were 4. They would each at least play once, maybe twice an hour, because they figure people want to hear it. Because they're not betting on a person spending 30 minutes listening to the radio straight.
Even though they're commuting
They may.
for an hour.
They
bro.
may.
I mean,
And of
shit.
course, that's what we all said. Or they may listen to 5 minutes and gone, or 10 minutes and gone. So they're like, they may hear the one they
You know which
want.
one I hear a lot now? Pull me up another shot of whiskey,
Oh,
Shabuzi.
that's a hit.
I love that
That's
song.
a smash.
I could listen to that 5 times in 1 hour.
So what? Oh, I'm sorry.
I know we got 1 more minute left, and I just want to tell a quick story. What we got, 30 seconds?
20 seconds.
Oh, 20 seconds. I just wanted to tell a quick story when I was driving cross country with a chick that I had, and Christian fucking I say, "Hey, can you scream out happy birthday to her?" And he said he screamed out happy birthday for her, and she was like, "That wasn't for me." I was like, "Oh yeah, what?"
All right, so, and you got to figure this out where to bring this in. I get on, we say that, boom, 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 boom. All right, so I'm on. My dreams have come true a little bit because I'm on, but now I got to work hard to be the man. So besides, shout out to Black Group Marketing, the billboards, the trucks, we took this seriously. The full page flyers, the birthday bashes. Birthday bashes were amazing. You ask if the artists reach out to me all the time to get their records played. Listen, I can only do so much. My show was Sunday Night Bomb with Demetrius, a.k.a. Drunk D, and shout out to my brother Black and Mild Jordan, my brother for life. He took over for D. Me and him together, oh my God, it was legendary for years. We originally the show was 11 to 1, and then we got moved from up to 8 to 11 p.m. So we were setting it off. And like I said, back then, people were going to the clubs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We were getting ready to go to the clubs. But
And Ybor.
We were doing
Ybor City downtown.
Yeah. We were doing Sunday was Krabby Bills or caddies on the beach.
Yeah, you had caddies, you had gators, you had Wild was everywhere.
Yeah.
So there was a ton of local artists, and local artists needed our help. We could only do so much because let's say there's 10 slots to get on primetime radio. Besides what I could do in a mix show, right? Well, you're not just going up against local people to get your song on. You're going against Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Fat Joe, T.I., Young Jeezy. Guess what? Them 10 slots already ate up. And who are you? You're someone from Tampa, so that's why it was very hard. Nothing against that, but that's why only so many people made it on. Shout out to Tom G, Little Key. There's so many. Javon Black, Strizzo, Tay Bay. It was, it was very hard. But when they got it, that's why it seemed like the station may have been hating. But Orlando's not going to give his slots away to local artists. At the end of the day, he's the man. He's the boss. He's the program director. He's the morning show. He needs his numbers. He needs to hit number 1. So no one's coming to him like, hey, Orlando, what's going on? Why are you playing this guy that no one knows about versus this Jay-Z number 1 hit? So the record labels reach out to Orlando. Record labels reach out to me, other DJs. Like, hey, can you support this record? What do you think about this record? Can we show love? Can you play it? These are national people besides local people maybe calling me. And the rule was very simple. If it's hot, I'm going to run it. It don't matter if you Jay-Z or a local person, and they know because I played mad local stuff, but you would really only hear it where I can go in on my Sunday Night Bomb show with Black and Mild, Drunk D, or at the club. The club was the blessing. I loved it was live broadcast from the club. That was my main thing I always heard growing up. I always wanted to do that. Anything you hear me play at Club Sky, shout out to Lori, shout out to Kenny, will be broadcasted from the club 11 to 1 a.m. and you'll hear it on your radio. So now I'm getting you super ready because I know, remember, I was the closer 1 to 3. Now I'm a little older, I'm on radio, but that time frame, that was star time. So I know everyone's either getting ready to club, on their way to the club, or hurrying to the club because they're hearing what I'm playing and getting there faster. So I was able to play whatever I wanted in the club because that's the club. Even though we're still radio you got playlists, you got rules. Club, you got to do you, daddy. So it's like you, because guess what? Now, besides radio make happy, besides the people make happy, you got to make the club happy. Because if people ain't happy and dancing coming back to their club, you're done. They're going to cut the radio. What am I paying all this money for? So that was the main outlets to get these local artists played or the new records played, a Rick Ross, a Fat Joe, a DJ Khaled. And to what you said, whether it be a Flow Rider, Pitbull, I came around and got on that station around that time, which was, they called it the Florida Movement, the movement. It was incredible. Khaled, his first record was Holla At Me. Brought him to Tampa. First thing, let's go. We got to sit down with Orlando, have some lunch, all the DJs get together. Khaled records come out, Flow Rider come record, Rick Ross Hustling comes out. This is all around the same time. So at this time, Plies, you have a Florida movement. And that's why it was a lot easier. And everyone was working extremely hard. All the rappers, all the DJs, shout out to DJ Nasty in Orlando, to make this happen. Because even though if it was Rick Ross or Flow Rider, Pitbull, Khaled, whoever, we all wanted everyone to win. And we all were a team. And it was amazing. The love was all there. Ace Hood, it was from 2000, I believe, 5, 6. And we keep counting, but everyone had each other's back. So it was easy. Like, Ross, give Orlando a call. He needs you on his show. Khaled, jump on my show. Call in. Fat Joe, call on my show. I need you right now. We doing a birthday bash. Yo, Khaled, Ross, Pitbull, Flow Rider, DJ Christian birthday bash. Let's make this happen. It's going to be a movie. Smitty. There was so many people in the birthday. That's why my birthday bashes was like, mini Wild Splash, Last Damn shows. I had everyone who was everyone because that time frame, we were just making everyone so hot. They were the stars. They just so happened to be from Florida, but we was running it with the help of all the radio stations.
Were y'all selling
Orlando.
Were y'all selling tickets
To what?
to your birthday bash?
Of course, you got to pay entrance door.
Yeah, I know, but was it jacked up a little bit for the birthday bash or no?
VIP.
That was
VIP.
A regular admission. We
It was
always
like
showed love to the people.
It was like $5.
It was like $20 to get in.
Yeah,
Regular
20,
10 or $20 to get in.
It was mad cheap.
Yeah, imagine you're seeing 10 fucking artists. Rip it down. Let's say 2008. DJ Khaled, Pitbull, Fat Joe, Flow Rider.
Damn, he had all those people at
Plies.
Sky?
If you look
Yeah,
at these
Club
flyers,
Sky,
every
yeah.
birthday bash was at least 10 people. Cool and Dre.
And Club Sky is not a big club either.
No, it is a big club.
I don't know, bro. I've been there
It's
before.
upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah, but
But
I'm
everything
saying
was
it's not,
downstairs, right? Or
But it's not,
upstairs?
well, I
right?
mean, the stage was right there, and the stage was small too.
Well, if you compare it
wasn't a
to
big
like
stage.
what's the club?
Like a fucking concert. How about
what's
that?
the one on 7th? But we're not. It's not Wild Splash.
I
It's a club.
know, I know.
What's the club? Used to be Masquerades. Sunset. Sunset does their shows
The Honey
there.
Pot?
No. On 7th Avenue and it doesn't matter. They're huge. It's a huge venue. But anyways, we're holding like fire marshal numbers.
Oh, y'all
it
were
may
probably-
say 900,
y'all were breaking those
like
numbers.
2,000. So it's pandemonium. There's just room to bop. You got a DJ Christian birthday bash. You're like, oh shit. Oh shit! Like it's pandemonium, it's packed wall to wall, but it was all love because everyone. It was a party, it was an event. We built up to it, and every artist is doing their thing, shutting it down, giving you a show, and it was always a great vibe. YouTube, some of them, Google. I mean, the memories are insane. But if I fast forward too much, with that whole DJ Nasty, DJ Khaled connection, Khaled introduces me to Cool and Dre, and then also introduced me to Fat Joe. And Fat Joe, he's like, listen, he's one of us. He's family. He's TS. You need to put him down. You need to go pay him a visit, talk to him, be down with the family. He comes to Tampa to see Orlando for the morning show, Make It Raindrops. Because throughout all these years, supporting Khaled, supporting Joe. Joe, listen, I'm biased. He's my favorite rapper of all time. Him, Jay-Z, and Rick Ross. But
And 50 Cent.
50 Cent's great too. That first album, oh my God. Get Rich or Die Trying?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Classics.
Rappers used to
Timeless
listen to that
classics.
shit every fucking day.
Timeless
Like, all right.
classics. But
I get money.
bro, what up? What up, gang?
Smoking a blunt the entire time, listening to that.
So Joe comes to
I'm
Tampa. Make It Rain is out. Make It Rain. I don't know. It was 5 times platinum or whatever. But this is when it first drops. He has to do his radio runs, come see Orlando, come see the morning shows, night shows. He's like, listen, the night before, I'll never forget, my phone's blowing up. Shout out to Rudy, promoter in Tampa. He's with Joe at the time because Rudy is Buttafuoco's cousin who's down with Khaled.
Buttafuoco.
In Miami. We could be here for days, but this guy runs Miami. Shout out to Buttafuoco XO Management. So I'm ignore. Why? Because I'm dating this girl. I'm with the girl at the drive-in. Like, the dumbest move I ever could have done. Ignore. And the next morning, hey, Rudy, what's up? My bad. I was tied up. You fucking idiot. I was with Fat Joe. He's been pressuring me to call you and see you. You must see him. We were at the casino. What is wrong with you? I'm like, oh, damn. He's like, we're at the morning show with the man Orlando. Bring your ass up here now. Your station. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm on the way. So, going to the station. And, the cosign I got from Khaled, it was a no-brainer. Takes us to breakfast after. Puts me down. And that was it. From there on out, it's strictly TS family.
What kind of talk was at that breakfast? Like,
just
they
all
saying,
the great things.
Hey, we want a DJ coming along with us, or what?
Well, he already had a travel DJ, a tour DJ at the time. And, Khaled's holding down Miami. Khaled's doing his own thing. Khaled already has his I think 2 albums out by this time. But it's just,
like, what Fat Joe say to you at that breakfast?
just all the great things that Cool and Dre have said. Khaled has said he's seen my work. He's seen me DJ live plenty of times as well.
But is he trying to hire you? What kind of breakfast?
Not hire you, just be down with the family. Like, listen, you're one of us. You're TS. I've seen everything you've done. I see how you DJ. I see how you always got love for me. Support all these records. Down with Khaled when you come down to Miami, wherever you may be. He's like, bro, you're one of us. You're my brother. I want you down with us officially. Like, and that didn't get into the tour and DJ talk just yet, but he's, shout out to him. I won't name too many names, but it was a great breakfast. And that was another moment where I'm like, wow, another one of my dreams has come true, because I looked up to Fat Joe growing up, like, man, this is one of my favorite rappers of all time. But it just seems so much like family so easily, because through Khaled, through Cool and Dre, it was like, next up, let's do it, let's conquer it, let's go. What hit you got next? Let's make a movie. Let's make sure it gets on the radio. Let's make it so big, So I always had Joe's back. Joe always had my back. That's why I came for every birthday bash, whatever I needed.
Your wedding,
yeah. That was impromptu. That was crazy. I was like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, we're at the wet. He gets there late because he had a show, and he flew straight from the show, went straight to a hotel just to shower, change, to drive to bumfuck Egypt. My wife John, she wanted the country wedding now in Brooksville, so drive another hour from Clearwater just to be there. and good thing he did, because he didn't want to, it is. You walk in, it's all about John that day. But I'm like, he's like, let's hit it. I'm like, what? I said, what are you talking about? Let's go. Go on the set, grab the mic, let's do it. I'm like, what? I said, bro, we just chilling. He's like, nah, let's do it. Because he didn't want to let me down. He's like, I want to do this for you and Jonna. So literally did a damn little mini show at my wedding. But everyone loved it. And,
it was awesome.
And that was okay, Jonna. Christian, that's a great wedding. We're here for Joe now. It's a concert. But it's family for life. Whatever he needs, I got him. Whatever I need, he got me. And then I started touring with him. After I locked down radio and had a few birthday bashes and knew this is locked down, okay, I have it covered. If I got to go out of town, I got someone to cover me. The radio's hot. Ratings are buzzing. Clubs are locked down. I had to wait. Even Khaled told me, yo, chill. Wait, don't go on the road yet. Build your brand first. Build your birthday bashes up first. To, make Orlando. Don't let him down first, to where you're straight. You can go on the road or go with Tour Joe and...
But you have to sign. Do you have to sign an exclusive contract to be part of the TS?
No.
So it's more like
your word is bond. You're down with them. It's family.
Yeah, but when you go on tour and you're leaving freaking the radio show to do the tour,
yeah, because you don't want an NWA situation where you don't get paid.
No, there was never a question about not getting paid. Didn't have to sign anything. So 2009, remember, I believe I started touring.
MC Red's breath smelling like Ease. It? You know what I'm talking about.
Ain't no easy. All I know is when I started hitting the road, which is another incredible part of my life, everywhere in the world, I was blessed enough to go shut it down, go DJ, whether it's Dubai, whether it's Australia, which...
You went to Australia?
Yep. Paris and Australia, I would say, were my 2 favorite, because Paris reminds me of New York, the busiest of the city, and Australia was the closest thing, the air, the atmosphere closest, and of course the people, beautiful people, to U.S. Everything else,
they're
there's always a
beautiful
hate.
people.
There
It was
always-
a huge
There's always a
continent.
hate. No, honestly though, you go to Africa, you go to China. There's so much smog in the air. It's like what? It's like, oh, let me go home. Dubai, amazing, beautiful. But at the end of the day, it's a desert. I mean,
Was the Burj Khalifa around when
Yeah.
you went to Dubai?
yeah. But at the end of the day, you go to your beautiful hotel. You look out, and you're like, oh shit,
It's a
it's
fucking
a
desert.
fucking desert.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the sea, the Arabian Sea, the Black Sea, the Red Sea, whichever sea it fucking is.
It's
right there, right?
Bro, I never knew places like this. You ever heard of Mackay?
No.
Macau, China,
Macau,
Macau.
yeah.
Do you know that's like China's is Las Vegas?
Baby, yeah, China's Las Vegas, yep.
We got booked for a show there.
I bet that shit was fun, bro.
It was amazing.
And they're all like,
But I saw Tom Brokaw in the airport traveling there. You know what? It took me 27 motherfucking hours to get there. I wanted to kill myself. And guess who missed their flight?
Damn.
Guess who missed their flight?
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe. That's why I said, you better get these guys to pay me so good just to DJ tonight. And he made it happen. But I'm literally there by myself in the hype man. 27 fucking hours.
Did he ever show up?
Listen, Tampa to it. No.
Oh, shit.
At this point, it's like, I'm going to make this happen for you. So now my brothers ain't even coming. I'm in Macau, China, like, oh, man. So Tampa to Atlanta, Atlanta to Japan.
Holy.
Japan.
No, you got to go from Atlanta to California, then Japan, right?
No.
Holy fuck, bro. That's like a 17-hour flight.
That's cool. You're used to it when you do as many times as I did. But listen, you're not saying it like, are you for real? But it didn't stop there. Japan, I believe it's one more flight, our flight. Don't stop there. I got to take an hour fucking ferry ride and then an hour taxi ride.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, at that point, me and the hype man wanted to kill someone.
Yeah, but all paid for, right?
Of course.
All right, so you're probably eating good. You're drinking good.
Oh, sorry.
You laying good?
I'm laying good. I got paid. Listen. Wait. I didn't know about that. I was texting you. I'm a married man. I didn't. He tricked me on that one. I thought he meant my hotel room. It was a beautiful hotel room.
Oh,
No
now it's a
glass
hotel
walls.
room.
Listen, you would love this.
Hey,
Glass
you were
walls
married back
sink from
then.
half. I
You
wasn't.
were married back then.
Listen. I'm there running around butt naked, the whole room just taking advantage. It was so incredible. I got shades in my back. I got a tub in the middle of the hotel room with the glass walls, shades coming down for the bathroom. It was incredible. But
Damn, that one was redacted.
got paid
really
right
quick.
So we went and shut it down. I remember the hype man almost pretending he was someone else.
Who's the
'cause they
hype
didn't
man?
know. This guy named TA at the time.
shout out the hype man, bro. Unless you don't
He's
like
kind
the
of
guy.
gone now.
Like
but-
dead?
No, just
Gone.
out the fan.
Yeah.
But so that was like, oh, you know, sometimes things don't work out right, but it worked out right. And you know, great experience. But Macau, China, my point is, I was blessed enough to see all these places, you know, build more fans. And imagine still at that point, I don't think like Instagram's out.
How old are you at this point? Probably like 26, 27. Are you in your
Probably
30s?
like 30, yeah, I think in my 30s.
Holy shit, bro. This isn't too long ago.
But it was incredible. I never knew places like that existed.
So when did you decide to say, you know what? Fuck the life. I'm
Well, it was
gonna
never
invest
fucked.
in real-
It was
in
never
real
fucked the life.
estate.
At some point near where I passed the torch to my brother DJ Fanatic was
You said fuck the life, bro. I don't care what you tell yourself. That's exactly what you said.
no. What happens is the shows they're starting to slow down a little bit, and it's getting harder. I gotta focus on radio. I don't want to lose my radio spot, and we're still holding it down. Radio is most important always, as well as real estate comes into play. Shout out to Ramsey. Shout out to Shaddy, my bros for life. That changed my life. At some point, you gotta.
Think about the long term?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not able to start a business unless you're here. And I can get a call. Listen, I love it. I have the time of my life. Yo, Chris, pack your bags. We're going for 2 weeks. We're going to Europe. Yo, pack your bags. We're going to Dubai for a night, 24 hours. I've done that. I've gone to Dubai for one show and come right back. I've gone to Dubai, not even stayed 24 hours and come right back.
Oh, shit.
You get it? And that's just me. Who cares? But that's also Joe. That's also everyone that travels with him. Like, everyone's taking this
It's
on.
fast paced.
Fast paced. But, like, imagine.
And
You know, that flight 13 hours there, let's say 14 hours back. Like, that's not no. You're not going to Orlando for a night. You're going to fucking Dubai for a night. But it was the greatest times of my life. He needs me right now. Give me a call. I said, listen, in the States, I got you. Let's go. But so I got to build a business with Ramsey, and I can't be gone. I just can't. If we're doing these rehabs, getting these rentals ready, getting these flips ready, it's like, oh, I'm out for 2 weeks. I can't leave him hanging. So I had to commit and be like, listen,
Yeah, but your
I'm gonna
money's
really
there.
slow down.
But your money's there, right?
But when you want to, you know how it goes. If you want to start your business and really be successful at it, you have to make a choice. But it worked out perfect because the shows really did slow down. I couldn't be away from radio that much. It took like a year, maybe 2-year process, throwing Spinatic here, throwing, me doing this one. But it all worked out in the end. And
Terror Squad
with
actually
real
had
estate.
they had to say
And TS.
okay to Spinatic, right?
Yeah.
So Spinatic must have been someone.
yeah, a couple
decent.
guys went with Joe that
He didn't like, probably.
didn't work out.
Yeah, didn't work out.
It's not easy. Nothing's easy. I don't give a shit if you need an assistant to hold you down for your show or for Brave Frameworks. Like, you gotta make the cut. You gotta be good. You gotta be a
That's-
go getter.
yeah,
You gotta be take initiative. You can't be a Milo. Like, what do you mean? Like, you need me to tell you wipe your ass too? Like, what's up?
All right, guys, vote for us on Best of the Bay. We got 10 days left, and we really need this from our audience. We want you to vote for us because you love it, and you need this, and you love it, and you need this. Go vote for Best of the
Bye.
Bay. Welcome
Right?
back to Happy Hour Holidays. We're here with DJ Christian. Boy, you better get off that
your
phone,
phone,
bro.
dog.
Don't forget who made you, who got you on TS, dog.
Hey, take it easy. I'm just voting. Best of the Bay. Happy Hour Holidays podcast. Excuse me, I had to place my vote in. I had to place my vote.
Let me see it. Show
It's
the
already
camera.
done. I already did it. While you was jibber jabbering, I was making things happen.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Why don't you get up?
I'm wet now.
Did you vote today?
Yes.
Good.
I vote every single fucking day, bro.
So you're
What is it?
Got
Today's
you.
the August
You only
20th.
got what?
I
10
voted
days?
20. We only
Vote
got
every day. You can only vote once.
we got
a day.
11 days left. This episode is going to air the 29th of August, and which is I think like 12 days from now. And by the time you see this, go fucking vote. We're going to be number one. We've only been in the podcast game for 1 year. We were already nominated Best in the Bay, and I can tell you this: we will fucking win.
It's gonna happen.
It's
You
gonna
know
happen.
what?
I already told everybody we're winning this year,
we're winning.
Just
and it's only been 1 year.
everyone who supports, just vote. Because guess what? Everyone has their people that support them. New fans, old fans. So support. The fans count. The people who watch.
And the
vote,
link
support
will
it.
be in the description on YouTube, or you could just click on our Instagram. There's a link tree that has a big ass fucking banner that says vote.
Show them the cup.
Show them the
Show them the logo.
Happy Hour Holidays.
The logo is important.
Right there. And there's a reason why it's Happy Hour Holidays. Because we get dazed and confused.
Oh! Christian, I had a question for you, and I wanted to ask you this because I wrote it down earlier.
Talk to me.
Radio and podcast. Do you see a transitioning from radio going straight to podcast
Well,
now?
radio shows have podcasts.
Well, I know. Well, I'm just because I just feel I don't want to say radio is going to be obsolete, but I'm.
Whoa, hey!
I mean, how many people are going to be listening to FM AM?
How many people got fucking
when
cars?
when he made Spotify, Apple,
Music.
Apple Music.
Amazon.
Do you
Music.
think radio is going to be here forever, or
Let
do
me
you
just-
still-
Radio, I think it will be here forever
Mhm.
because it's like local TV.
Yeah. Okay.
We knew this even
yeah.
back then, meaning this. You need your local news. You need your weather.
True.
You need your local sports, local stories, whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing with people. They always told us this in the past. Even if, listen, radio stations change every day.
Yeah.
95.7 The Beat, ladies and gentlemen. The station I was telling you I was trying to get on. Listen,
They're gone, right? Are they?
they gone, baby.
Yeah.
That's a
They
salsa.
gone. You do the math. 1998 to 2024. How many years is that? 20 what?
26.
Wild 90.7, still on top, still here.
Well, they
94,
started
whatever.
off 98.7, then
Same
94,
station.
but
What I'm
same,
saying,
yeah.
radio stations
Now
switch
it's
every day.
Beasley.
97.1, one of my favorite radio stations right now. The Latin
97
station.
point- the-
It used to be 97X alternative.
yeah, it did.
Bye-bye. Radio is a hard business, a very hard business. So to make it and be on a station past 3 years, past having your main show, Orlando's been there, I don't know how many years now. Well,
It's been
20,
there, I think he said like 30
pretty much the
plus
whole
years,
time.
20 plus
Yeah,
years.
like
26
30
years. I think 26.
Maybe 26, yeah.
So,
and he's
to run
still
the
the
ship-
PD, too. Yeah.
listen, get the ratings. His show, other shows, program music. Hire the right people, the right talent, the right shows, the right DJs. Bro, it's a hard business. So your question, radio people going to podcasts, it will be very easy because they're already trained to be in and out, not have dead air, not to have bullshit spacing. They know what they're doing. But podcasting versus radio, and I'm gonna take out the great radio people. I'm just gonna put in the,
Shitty radio people.
for lack of better words, just the basic radio people that you may hear. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. The basic radio people.
Shitty
Okay.
radio people.
They may not even say their name. They're just like, hey, what's up? The sky's blue and the weather's fucking cold, and here's a new one for Britney Spears, and have a, you know what I'm saying? Like, in and out real quick. Okay. They may not be able to bring their personalities because there's so much time focused on them. They may not be comfortable with that. But a pro radio person will be great at it. Our podcasts.
Gonna surpass.
Well, that's what I was-
I mean, look at Joe Rogan's. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was
Oh,
saying.
You
yeah,
spend
that's
more
right.
time.
That's
Do you?
a good point.
Here's a great
That's-
question. Do you spend more time in your home versus your car, or your home and office versus your car?
Are you saying you can't have a
I spent a
radio
lot
in
of
your
time
home?
in the car.
Let me ask you a real question, because I got apps. I got Bluetooth. If I want to hear whatever radio station I want to,
Yeah, but you know
connect to
what?
it. It's very it's a pain
radio
in the ass.
Yeah, it is a pain in the
You're
ass.
right.
Radio
I heard-
stations got podcasts. So like David
know,
Chuck
but
the
it's-
Freak, I always bring them up. They're on 97 or 98, whatever. They have a frequency in Tampa, but they're broadcasted multi-market. And they take their morning show and they upload it within about, I think it ends at 10:30. By 11 a.m., they already have their entire morning show uploaded to a podcast. What radio's doing is they're transitioning from just being radio,
They're
uploading their
definitely online
show
Well, that's what I'm saying.
onto
So
They
a
need to
podcast.
because they sell online
But they-
advertising
yeah.
more than they do regular advertising
Exactly.
for radio.
And that's what you have. Even during it, they are advertising like crazy between their segments, but also the radio is not going to be obsolete because they have content already made, and now they're just putting it online
Well,
to
that's
be
what I'm saying.
reheard.
I mean,
I don't think it's gone.
No,
At
but
the end of the day,
is
not
the
everyone's
FM
gonna-
as the
And it's
FM
Beasley, and they're
AM
Beasley, by the way.
frequency is going to be needed if you can post it on Spotify
Did you hear this
and get
one?
more
Did you
people
hear this one?
nationwide.
That's actually good. I like the FM AM delineation. There.
Well, you just answered your own question.
Do you-
I think both of you overlooked it.
Do you know that there's a lot of manufacturers of vehicles that are getting rid of the AM dial?
You son of a bitch.
Well,
You just crushed what I was about to say. And I believe you're
there
right.
you
I was
go.
going to say this. Is there still AM in radios in cars?
There-
Yes, there is.
They
there won't be.
But my point
there
is
won't
this.
be AM,
Who
but
would have
there
thought
still
in
will be
2024,
FM.
why the hell do we need AM? And if there's AM, they must be selling advertising.
yeah.
You know, in
Or it could be
1998, I was
sports
on
talk.
AM.
Yeah,
Sports
620 WDAE is a perfect
Here's
example.
my point.
I heard
You'll
radio.
always need radio stations, but the proof is in the pudding. Everyone's going to
Looks like you've been eating too much pudding, Christian.
listen. Your boy looking right. Your boy looking slim. Your boy, you see that fucking face. Shout out to my boy Russ. Listen,
Hey, yeah, but you ain't got these.
free flowing highlights. The thing is, I think you're right. I mean, I watch quite a bit of podcasts, not on the usual, but everything you'll kind of watch. Oh, new podcast. You'll put a subject or something you're
Interested
researching,
in, yeah,
and there's a podcast on it. So,
But the people suck.
and guess what? But here's your thing: someone watching Happy Hour Holidaze, maybe they. Hey, DJ Christian, I did a search, and maybe they're in Modesto, California.
Modesto, California.
And the only reason I said
very
Modesto.
specific.
That's very
It's
specific.
specific. You know why? You know why? Because I did a show in Modesto, California.
Where you
Then
snorted
did
a line of cocaine off a hooker's
No,
back?
it was a great show. I got on radio, DJed the same day, then went to San Jose, shut it down. But Lacey Peterson's story on Netflix came out this week, and it takes place in Modesto, California.
Who?
My point is this. You get a fan watching you in Modesto, California versus if you were only on radio in Tampa, Florida, you're not reaching anyone in Houston. You're not reaching anyone in New York City. You're not
true
reaching
story,
anyone in
yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Will you have a broader reach? Yes.
Yep.
Will FM radio always be there? I
Yeah,
believe so,
I
because
think
not
so.
everybody wants to pay for Spotify, Apple Music. You got motherfuckers that still put a goddamn satellite antenna sticker to the window for the free cable, don't you? And we in 2024? All right. AM may be gone, but will there be a demand, or I gotta listen to FM? I don't think so.
As an emergency frequency, I mean, that could be.
Yeah,
something.
in cars.
Yeah.
I mean, you think
have
that,
to.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're not going to go to Spotify and be like, hey.
But that's why it's so
you ever
hard.
drive down the interstate and you see those big ass blue signs that say for any I forget what it says, something about visit this channel for any emergency what is it?
Service
announcements.
or hurricane
or whatever. Yeah, and it's like FM something. I don't know what the fuck this
And just to
shit
give
is.
you one more little insight on radio, think about how hard it may be. You got to think about your demographic, whatever it may be.
Is it the size of a Tic Tac?
But let's say TikToks versus these TikToks. Listen, let's say, this isn't 20 years ago. And a lot of the new generation, they want to hear their song now.
Yeah.
I want to hear that new Fat Joe Remy Ma, Out of Control. Now I'm going to Apple Music. Guess what? 10 years ago or whatnot.
That was a low key shout out.
I had to wait for Cristiano Wild 94.1 to play it. So I was tuned in. But now,
you could just go
Bluetooth.
on Spotify.
me, I don't like doing that.
What's
I
wrong with
deleted Apple
Spotify,
Music.
bro?
I don't use any because I don't want to know what's coming. I'm a DJ. I don't want to know what's coming. I want to be surprised.
So you
it's
got no
funny.
music
I
apps.
listen to FM.
You got no
I
music
do.
apps.
I do have music.
Oh, I thought you said that you weren't.
I
Which
do.
one is it, Christian?
But
I caught you in a lie.
I rarely use it. I rarely use it because I know what's coming. And they always ask me when we're golfing, play the music, DJ. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to know what's coming.
I don't think I've ever asked you to play any music while
You
we're
haven't,
golfing.
but
This guy has.
the other guys too. Shout out to Ray Ray. Listen. So you made me forget my point, bro.
Because it was full of shit.
No. So watch. So the new generation, if they're not listening to radio like they used to be, how hard is it nowadays to keep listeners? And guess what? The older listeners are going to continue getting older. Orlando does Classic Weekend, which is great. Plays all the hits from like 2000 to 2010.
Those are classics now?
bro. The Fabulouses, the Jay-Z, like there's
The
numerous.
M&Ms?
Shorty, let me buy you a drink.
That's a classic?
Come on, hell yeah, it's a goddamn classic, boy. Listen,
dog.
listen,
So
there's
we
so
that
much
old
more.
now.
Listen,
We that old now.
yes, hustling. You don't,
Fuck.
bro. It came out in 2006. 2015 is also considered in that era a classic. So 2015, there's a Beyonce record.
2015 was only like 9 years ago.
I know, but it's been 9 years ago, my brother, almost a decade.
That ain't no classic, bro.
This, you know what I'm saying. My
Yeah.
point is to be creative, to keep listeners who are now older, but they listen to the radio. Their kids may not, but they do. To keep the ratings, you gotta be creative.
It's true.
Listen, it's getting harder for everybody, no matter what. I think podcasts.
Yeah.
I think they.
You know
they
who
may
the
overtake
OG?
eventually.
You know who the OG of podcasts is?
Joe Rogan.
Howard Stern, bro. That motherfucker has Howard Stern.
Yeah.
He's been on the radio
He was on
interviewing
TV.
porn stars
On
and
TV.
on TV, on the radio, on the internet
Still looks
for
the
like
same.
30 years.
It looks the same, but that was a TV show. It wasn't a podcast.
It wasn't a podcast?
When did the term podcast come out?
I don't fucking know.
You have a podcast, you don't know this?
Fuck no.
Mm, I wish you would do your research.
I'm a poser. I'm a poser.
I don't
No,
know either.
Yeah,
You would
exactly.
know.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I will tell
That's a good question,
I will tell
though.
a quick story about Christian, how he made the panties get wet.
Whoa!
Driving cross country.
Panty
You wear
alert.
panties?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
The bitch that was sitting next to me was wearing the panties. But I'm like, we're driving cross country, and I'm like, it's her birthday, and I'm listening to the radio. I'm listening to Christian, and I'm like, let me hit my boy up and see if he can pull off, a little thing for me. And he goes,
February 2004.
happy birthday to blah, blah, blah. I hope you have a great birthday. And she goes, was that for me?
He's like, that's my man.
You
I
were
got
already
you,
dating
baby.
her, or
Yeah.
were you?
No, it was like kind of, it was like,
Was
right
it
at
a
the beginning.
girlfriend, or
It
was
was
It was a couple of
dating?
dates. He needs to impress her.
yeah, that's right.
He's like, baby, I'm
I
gonna make you
remember
feel
you
good.
told me about
I'm gonna look
this.
big
Yeah.
at the same way.
And
You were
then-
working for HDR at the time.
and she was just like, was that for me? I was like, yeah, girl, that was for you, man.
You say, of course.
And she goes, oh
Of course.
shit, rips
You say-
off the panties and everything, and then that's it, dog. And thank you, Christian, for
Hey,
that day.
That's what you say. Of course, that was for you.
By the way,
You deserve things like this.
the first time podcast was used was February 2004, 20 years ago. That's what it said.
Who was it?
It was on YouTube. The term podcast was first used in February 2004 by Ben Hammersley.
Who knows him? He's a nobody.
Well,
God bless him, though.
He was a journalist and a columnist for The Guardian.
Never heard of him. But big him up.
But you heard of The Guardian,
He's
right?
he's in the books. He goes down in history. But back to
And
one
then,
more thing.
and then in September 2004, Dan Gregori, who I don't know, fuck
Sean,
that.
you didn't even know the answer in the beginning.
It
You
said
already
it
shot
right there,
yourself.
dude.
You shot yourself in the foot. You had to look it up.
You know what?
Listen,
I may have shot myself in
listen.
the foot, but I shot less than you last week
We're gonna get to it.
at Lake Jovita North
Let me
Course.
tell you something.
And I want
We're
to.
gonna get to listen.
I
No
wanna check-
station. But before we move on, I gotta say this because we're going to go to golf. No station. To me, I've been around a lot of stations, bro. A lot. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There was no station like Wild. From their promotions to the way they did things to the way the vibe was with every worker, every street teamer, on-air personality, DJ, woo, did it big. From the boats, the parties, the Gasparillas, the birthday bashes, the wild splashes, the last damn shows. Listen, that station was a true family. That was a true, oh my God, I want to work
How are
here.
you able
That's
to talk
why
with this
it's
much
still
cum in
there.
your mouth?
Listen, how are you able to, listen, how, does she know? Does she know?
I'm not going to answer that question. Of course she does.
Well, does Jen know you're, you know what I'm saying? You go both ways?
Whoa!
Wow.
Bro, I
She
told you.
of course she does.
Bro,
she died
She
me.
was curious because she said you was at cocksucking cowboy night at Baxter's.
Wow.
Listen, we're getting too dirty.
Only
right
Troy Aikman and Emmett Smith.
now. So, look, long story short, shout out to Wild.
Damn, this
Station for
nigga
life.
tried me right now, dog.
I mean, what do you think we're gonna do? Sit down and take it? No, we stick and give it.
Yeah.
So, give it like Manny and myself are gonna give it to you and Brian on the course the next time we play. I had a terrible week. You know why? I was playing terrible. No
because
excuses.
you got new chefs.
I didn't get them yet. I needed new shafts, but I got new shafts
I'm pretty
now.
sure. I'm pretty sure Manny is the one.
Manny
who
shot
carried,
lights out.
Carried the
38.
whole team.
My man Manny shot at 30. No, Manny shot lights out. You shot,
shot
38 on the
38.
front nine.
Okay, his handicap is higher than yours, and you just were hooking everything.
Thank you very much.
That's
Does
how
John
golf
know
goes.
that it swings to the left, huh?
I think I told
And
her.
we're not talking about your dick. We're talking about you politically.
You dare.
Oh,
Listen,
I mean,
so-
your mom does. Though.
listen. Shout out to Mama Christian. I love
Hey,
Mama.
shots
She
fired,
knows what's
dog.
up. Listen,
I can give it
So
back.
listen, I got X100s now. I went for iron fitting. I needed the stronger shafts, so now we got them. I even went for a lesson to see my man Matt Mitchell because I can't take it.
Who's Matt Mitchell?
A
Cheated
golf
on
pro.
Bobby Z though.
Who?
Cheated on Bobby C. He shot 59 twice. He's the man. He played in the
Are you
pros.
talking about Silver Dollar?
No.
Bobby C.
By the
is Silver
Downs.
Dollar.
Tampa Bay
Matt
Downs.
Mitchell.
No, it used to be.
Oh.
Anyways, he fixed me. I just got to work on it now. Well, my point is this: you need to be very scared.
Mm.
The
I'm
guy who
pretty
shot
sure-
36, he's coming back.
You know
To
what?
shoot 36.
You know what's crazy? When me and Brian were playing, he landed on the green, but so would I.
You know what's crazy when you said, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "This one's for you. Get ready, Daddy." And I stuck it like 10
yeah,
feet.
that was a
When was
five.
that?
Yeah, that was on.
And then-
That was
Name
that
the hole.
It was like a
Yeah.
5
Which
iron,
one?
two. It was
Which
that-
one?
I forget the number.
Was
I think
it-
12. I think 12.
Yeah, it was right
And-
after.
but then-
right after
But
the-
then,
it was
because
12.
you guys
No,
were
it
up like
wasn't
30
12.
yards,
13,
Brian
13.
stuck
It was
one
13.
like 5 feet. I'm like, this guy. He must have.
And who rolled in the putt?
Bro, you want to give yourself some credit, but
Bro, I
Brian-
rolled in 4 birdie
Bro,
putts.
Brian was sticking him. It was a 3-foot birdie putt.
No, it wasn't 3 feet. It was, bro. I
2
mean,
feet? It was close.
tell me I didn't make
Brian-
3 20-foot putts.
3.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't
that
remember
either.
me making 3 20-foot putts.
All I know,
I remember
golf-
Brian sticking it like within 5 feet. Every
That's why
time.
we're a good team.
And me and him were.
We're like, what the
Yo,
fuck?
ladies and gentlemen, Brian will hit a drive, and if it's down the fairway, Sean will be like, I'm not even going to hit.
Yeah.
Of course
Not
not.
even try to get further or anything. No.
Yeah.
No,
Quitter
but-
mentality.
Yeah.
No,
Quitter.
I don't
but-
like that mentality.
But if Brian
American titties.
if Brian doesn't get one in play, guess what? I come up, I put one safely in play
150 yards.
with a pitching wedge.
with a Hey, listen, can you hit your pitching wedge
Listen.
160?
Sean is the
I
guy.
doubt it.
Sean is
Easily.
the guy on a par 5. First of all, he doesn't even carry a driver. We all
can't.
tell him carry a driver. Figure out how to hit it.
I do. It's broken.
He's the guy to hit pitching wedge, pitching wedge, pitching wedge.
Yeah, putt for
pitching
birdie.
wedge
No, that's 4.
On a par 3.
Get
on
the
a par
fuck out
5.
here.
On a par 5
No, dog.
and make par the super hard way.
The super hard way. That's
Yeah.
not hard.
Yeah, it is. That's way
It's
harder.
boring.
It's boring. I'm Scotty Chef.
But you're not a boring person. You have a fabulous
but I gotta-
personality and you have highlights.
But I got a boring golf game.
But yes, very,
Oh
very
shit, we only got a minute.
Christian, can you tell the audience real
No,
quick?
no, literally, we only got a minute.
Christian, can you tell the audience real quick? your final words to them for anybody who's trying to be a
40
DJ,
seconds.
anybody who's trying to make their dreams come true. Can you tell them?
All you got to do is show up, bro. If you want it, show up. Simple as that. Show up, do the work, and then guess what? I'll quote my guy Khaled. When times go hard, go harder. When times are great, go harder. Put in the extra work, whatever you do. It may suck, but guess what? You're going to do it because no one else is going to do it. Look what I did. I'm still going to do it. I'm still doing it. Thank you, everybody. Love everyone.
Yeah. And if he cries, you cry harder, man.
Hey! Tropic Thunder. Peace.